What's up, y'all? I don't know if there's anybody awake, but I don't see anybody live right now. And I'm out here putting some pork shoulder out on the smoker. So decided to have a drink and a cigar. So yeah, we got that going for us. Little impromptu. So this shouldn't take too long. And I'm not gonna be out here for so long, but I got a little Romeo and Julieta Reserva Real Nicaraguan Midnight Twist. There we go. Boom. What's up, y'all? Hey, what's up, Big Vic? How you doing, man? What's up, Tommy D? So this is very impromptu. I'm just waiting for the smoker to kind of like heat up over there. So I'm making some pork shoulder for tomorrow, and yeah, trying to see how that goes. So decided to have a drink over here. Change that hat, Tommy D. All right, there you go. Oh man. Fuck. All right, so we got the Romeo and Julieta right here. Reserva Real, Nicaragua. What's up, Mr. Mom? How you doing, man? That's funny, Tommy D. You know, just for you, I will keep it on and like have it like pointing at the camera. Oh man. Can y'all hear me good? Can y'all see me good and all that? All right. Holy ish. I'm not the only one up. Good evening and happy today, Carlos. Yeah, Dragon B, what's up, man? How you doing, man? Thanks for coming out. I didn't see anybody on, and I'm sitting here freaking working on a little pork shoulder, and I'm like, nobody's on right now. What the hell's going on? So decided to pull out a cigar, have a drink. Right now, what I'm drinking is little Russell's Reserve single barrel action. And this is from supposedly selected by Eddie Russell for MDP Liquors. So it is pretty freaking good, I will say. 10-year old. So it was dumped on 8/29/23, bottled 9/12/23. So I just popped this the other day, and and yeah, we're gonna we're gonna see we're gonna see how that is. Is Baker Mayfield my boy? I wouldn't say that, but yeah. You know what? I live in Tampa, and I'm a fan of the Buccaneers. That I will say. Louis the Fourth. Only one up. Already got my pork loin done and shredded. Oh, nice, Tommy D. That's awesome. Yeah, I So my 15-year-old decided to run a little turkey trot tomorrow. So I got to be up like at 6. But while my wife was making the turkey, I got to put this freaking pork butt on the Traeger. So I'm like, all right, well, I guess it's kind of a no-nighter for me. Although it's not going to be. I'm only going to be on here for like maybe, I don't know, 30, 45 minutes. Get a little bit of sleep before I got to wake up and take the kids to their little turkey trot. So we'll do that. So let's light this little sucker up. See how this is. Pretty freaking good. That's when I gotta get to the turkey out of the fridge, then back to bed, 2 more hours, put it back, then back to bed. Yeah. So me and my wife have been going through that. We've been like taking it out of the fridge, putting it in some like cold water, Dragon B, every 30 minutes, getting it out because we bought it kind of late, so it was still kind of frozen. Right now, we're I think we're good because we had to go and finally basically take the whole day to defrost it. She seasoned it today, put it back in the fridge right now. So I think we're good right now. But yeah, I feel your pain on that, man. But it sucks that you have to do that now at night. Hey, what's up, Donald Rance? Whiskey Yoda. Good evening, folks. Here's to your funny dated Thanksgiving holiday. Oh, that's hilarious, man. Cheers, guys. Thanks for hopping on. Thought I was gonna be alone here, and shit. If anybody wants to hop on, I do not mind letting people on. So y'all let me know. Like I said, I am just here. I don't know if can I even put comments in here because I'm on my cell phone, y'all. So like I said, this is like more impromptu. So I'm just waiting for this pork butt to kind of get a little bit more up there. Now I'm fully defrosted. I get it out of the fridge 2 hours before cooking. The steak to bring into the room temp. Okay, cool. That's good, man. I don't think I can actually post here. Give me 1 second, y'all. I don't know how it's gonna look because I'm totally off of the thing, but I will paste the link there. And I don't know if I can actually pin it, but it ain't like there's that many people on anyway. So there we go. I'm back on. So there we go, y'all. So this Russell Reserve, right? MDP Liquors put it out a little while back. I think it said September. And I kept hearing great reviews on it. I don't know how it is. I pulled it out to kind of put it in a blind against some other wild turkeys, but it wasn't really like, I didn't really like study it too much, right? So let's go in. And it's always hard to do it outside because you're always getting like the outside smells and stuff like that. Let's see. Turkey is just a poor substitute for real flavored poultry. That's hilarious. Donald. Have you tried the bee's knees? Cheers, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving, Carlos. Whiskey Cone. Hey, what's up, Matt? Thanks for coming on, man. I didn't know if anybody was awake, quite honestly. So I decided to just go live because ain't nobody else live. Up in NH, had to pre-cook a bunch of stuff, sipping some Thomas H. Handy. Okay, honking a bowl and going to bed soon. Yeah, Rich Dunn. I'm gonna be doing that soon, quite honestly. I'm probably gonna be on for like 30, 45 minutes while this pork butt gets a little bit of crisp on it. I can spritz it. Then I'm going to bed and waking up in about, I don't know, 5 hours. So let's see how that goes. So again, I'm smoking on some Romeo and Julieta or Julieta Reserva Real Nicaraguan. I don't know if you guys can see that. And we got the Russell's Reserve. And Matt, just for you, brother. I didn't pull yours out though, but I got Sean's. Sean asked me to pop this and give it a good, healthy review, let's say. So I don't know. We got the little bee's knees here. Sean at Echoes and Eternity Bourbon picked this one out. I got the other one from Matt at Whiskey Wisdom over there inside. So yeah, I'll be reviewing that one probably tomorrow. Cheese gave me a sample of three. I loved it and told him to let me know if it popped up locally. He found four for me, and it's great too. So Dragon B, I'm gonna use that to clean your grill. Dragon B, I'm gonna send you a link. So these are available right now. So these are Bees Knees 4, and this is a pick for our barrel picking group for decisions. And what happened is that Matt at Whiskey Wisdom and Sean at Echoes and Eternity Bourbon, they went to Short Barrel, they picked it out, they picked out their favorites, they sent it to the group. We picked that we liked both of them, and we did like a little uh challenge to anybody that buys it. So you get two 375 bottles. You get to pick which one is your favorite between Sean and Matt's, and essentially you get a 750 ml bottle, but you get two different tastes to it. So it's pretty cool. One's a little bit more honey forward, one's a little bit more double oak forward, but it's cool. So I'll send you the link, man. I'll text you the link for sure. And that's part of the new Bees Knees 4 iterations. So it's a single barrel, but it's good, man. It's like 110 bucks plus shipping. So it's the same as you buying the Bees Knees 4. It's pretty good, man. So Matt said to use this one to clean my grill. Oh man, Matt, if Sean was only here to hear this, we have Thanksgiving on the first Monday of October here, and I dread turkey since some people in my family make it taste like a dry waller. Yeah, that's the thing, Donald. So not everybody knows how to do turkey, right? Not everybody knows, man. It's uh it's definitely I don't know. It's definitely something that you need to know how to make, quite honestly, because it could be dry, it could be nasty, it could be yeah, it could be a lot of things, but good. So I don't know. Curious for sure. Cool, man. I will send you that. You like any tequilas? Yes, I do, man. So I'm a bourbon guy. I'm a whiskey guy, but I do like my tequilas. I have a few tequilas that I don't have in my whiskey room, obviously, but like Siete Leguas. My wife, she swears by Lalo, like some of the G4s. I have a Artenome. What is it? 1845? I forgot the actual number on it, but it's the one that's finished in whiskey barrels. So I like a few of them. Most tequila drinkers don't like my go-to, which is, I'm sorry to say, Teremano, right? Teremana or whatever the rocks one is. I think it's okay and it's cheap and it's good. Another good one that's pretty cheap is Milagro. So I do like those. So I might, I don't know, I might have turned you off there, but those are the ones. I got one picked by a local store group. Cool. You can still get it here. Yep, there you go. So there you go, Dragon B. If you want to just click on that link or just wait till I text you, that'll be cool. Joey B, what's up, man? Cheers, brother. Thanks for getting on. Dry brine. You know, I bought a brine kit because I didn't know if I was going to be doing it on the smoker because my wife was like scared crapless, right? She didn't know if she could make it. It was her first year. Usually, uh, either my mom or my sister-in-law used to make it, but we're gonna kind of be by ourselves this year. So she was a little scared, and I was like, all right, whatever. I'll throw it on the smoker, and that's it. So I bought a brining kit for the smoker, a Traeger one, and They didn't have to use it, so that's cool. Oh damn, Thomas. Thanks so much, man. Appreciate you. You too have a great Thanksgiving. Thank you for the super chat, man. I can do it, but I don't want it. Involves family gathering. Yeah, that's always it's always weird, man. Oh hell no, the rock tequila. You know what, man? I mean, it's all right. It's all right. There is one that's finished in bourbon barrels that's pretty freaking good. I do like it, man. I know, I know. If you're a tequila dude, you're probably not gonna like me saying that. I love whiskey and bourbon, rice, just the same. All right, cool, Thomas Meadow. What's your favorite bourbon and whiskey or rye? Do you have a favorite? And I'm saying that also doing, also knowing that I hate when people ask me that. So sorry for just putting you out there. Cheers. Because I hate when people come up to me and they're like, oh, you like whiskeys? You like bourbon? What's your favorite one? Yeah, I hate being put on the spot like that. All right, guys. So I am drinking a Russell's Reserve single barrel. This was supposedly picked. This is Warehouse CNB, floor 5, picked by Eddie Russell for our local liquor store, MDP Liquors, here in Florida. Aged 10 years. I gotta say, it is pretty good. I had one last year that I freaking killed. It was one by another liquor store. It was called Gaspar's here in Tampa, and that was amazing. This one's pretty good. I killed that other one, so I can't like really compare it. But guys, this one is still pretty good. I don't know if it was better than the other one because I kind of hold that one like up here. I really like that one. Cheers. Usually at work Thanksgiving. Oh, sorry, I got off of that. Sorry, Donald. Make prime rib. Oh, wow, man. That is a hearty meal there. That's awesome, Donald. We need to get you down here, Donald. See if see if he can bring us some of that food goodness over here. But that's A class chef right there, man. Try some extra añejo, centenario, avion 44, herradura are really good. So I tried herradura. It's okay. I like it. Um, I do like the centenario. I haven't tried avion 44. Haven't tried that one. Um, I have Artenome. I have Siete Leguas. I have I have a G4 over there. I think it's an extra añejo. I have a Fortaleza, but that's the Blanco. And I have a bunch of Lalos because that's we have a cocktail making machine, and that's all my wife uses. She loves Lalo tequila. Um, so I do have a bunch of those. And then I have that rock tequila. I have the white one, and I have uh, the one that's like finished in bourbon barrels. I don't know which one that is, but it's a darker one. And you know, they're all pretty good. All are extra añejo. Yeah, I don't know if I have any extra añejo. I might have one now that I'm thinking about it. I may. I'll have to go look at it. Um, there's one that I've been wanting to get. I can't justify spending the money on it. Right? It's the Tears of La Llorona. I've been wanting that one for like 2 or 3 years now. And every time I go and I see it, I can't justify spending the 300 and something bucks that it is. So I don't know. If anybody knows, do you guys like it? I think I've tasted it once and I really liked it. But again, I can't justify it. Oh crap, Dragon B. Awesome, man. Thanks for that. Appreciate it. And that is one of the ones that I got here. So for Dragon B, let's taste this thing. And of course, it looks like I won't be able to open it without my little knife. Oh no, that was easy. Cool. So we're gonna pop Sean's. Sorry, Matt. I have yours inside the house, but this is Sean's Echoes of Eternity bourbon. There we go. So this one is 110.2 proof, and it's a double barrel toasted honey finish, obviously, because it's a bee's knees 4. So let's pop this bad boy. Gotta let that sit there for a while. Let me healthier pour. I'll let that sit for a while. See how that goes. Hey, thanks. Happy Thanksgiving, Joe S. Thanks for getting on, man. Appreciate you. Love the channel, brother. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, man. Cheers. Happy Thanksgiving. Now, there's no rhyme and reason to this live, guys. I'm just on, smoking a cigar, drinking some whiskey, and waiting to spritz some apple cider vinegar and apple juice on my pork shoulder. That's really it. So I appreciate you guys getting on. Had a Garcia, my father wheel horse cigar blend. That's a good whiskey pizza. What's going on, pizza? Thanks for getting on, man. The cigar was a gift from a friend. Very nice smoke. Okay. This thing went out. I don't think I've had Garcia. But that wheel horse cigar blend, I get berries all day. That'll be awesome, Vic. Thanks so much, man. That'll be freaking awesome if you could. You know, I'm trying to get more into tequilas and mezcals. So I don't know. What do y'all think about mezcals? You guys that are into tequila. Um, I got a few samples that people have sent me, but I can't remember what they were. I probably got like 2 or 3. Can't remember what they were, and they all kind of tasted a little smoky. So that was good. So I like peated scotch, so that's always good. But haven't tasted too many of those, and I don't know really what I'm looking for. When I go to a store, I'm like, I don't know. What's up, man? I'm also drinking Russell's Pick, 8 year, 11 months, Tyrone pairing with the Stallone Mexican. Oh, wow. For San Andreas Cigar. Nice. Happy Thanksgiving, man. Thanks so much, Raider Dave. Appreciate you. Yeah, so this one, so I switched to the Bee's Knees 4, but I had this MDP liquor supposedly picked by Eddie Russell for MDP liquors, and it was a 10-year CNB Floor 5. So, yeah. What's up, Josh Fritz? Hey, Josh, I got to get back to you, man. So, yes, if you can get me that bottle, please. And we'll talk about what we can trade for. That would be awesome, dude. Thanks so much, man. Just to pick the typical British Sunday meal, and I take it over the top for Thanksgiving. Well, that's still cool, Donald Rance. That's I mean, it sounded really good, dude. That really sounded good. So saying what's up to Big Vic. This is hard on the phone, y'all. I'll do the triple blind with one that I have and let you know how it goes. Yeah, man. And if you want, um, let's talk Dragon B because I just picked up a um uh how do I say it? Raspberry finished bees knees 4 short barrel, obviously. Single barrel pick. It was raspberry finish and it's part of our local group here in Tampa, that they did with a liquor store, Liquor Depot. So that one's really interesting. So I can get a sample over to you. I think I'm meeting up with Cheech on Monday. He's coming down to Orlando. So I'll probably give it to him to send back up to you with you. But you can pair them all up together and see how you like it. And that one is, it's weird because it's not that it has like raspberry infused. It's literally that the honey had pollen from raspberry bushes, is what they explained to us, which is so freaking weird, but it gives it a really good taste. So, yeah, that Wheel Horse cigar blend is like 35 bucks where I live. Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, I was able to pick one up in Kentucky when I went in Louisville, and it is really freaking good. Problem is you don't find them a lot, right? It's hard to find, at least for me, and it is berries all freaking day. Like, I mean, that's all I get from it. So it's really good. I love that you are smoking stuff in the past couple of years. I went crazy with smoking stuff at work, doing lamb in the smoker and lemon in the olive wood. Oh, nice, man. I haven't tried lamb in the smoker yet. Nice. Yeah, thanks, Josh Fish. Appreciate it, man. Awesome. Yeah, man. I'll send that out with with Cheech. And I know a few of you have already told me, but what are y'all like drinking on right now? I said I was started out with this Russell's Reserve single barrel pick. Now I'm on this short barrel Bees Knees 4 Sean pick. Now, the funny thing is, and I will tell y'all, that I picked one over the other when Sean and Matt sent us all of this. I'm not gonna tell y'all which one I liked better, but um, the name kind of rhymes with cat because it was more honey forward, right? So this is the one um, that I still liked it, but I like the other. I like Matt's pick better. So wanted to give it another try. So you're definitely getting that like barrel, that oak. It's not too overpowering, and where on other bees' knees I get a lot of honey, I don't get it here. So that's definitely different. Cheers. That definitely hits you. And if you don't do this to your bees' knees, you definitely need to. Look at how thick that is, guys. Just so you guys can see comparison. You can kind of see through this. This is foggy as hell. That's all that honey. I love bees knees. Um, that's probably my favorite, like flavored whiskey. I want to say. We'll get back to that bees knees, but let me show some love to some more comments. I'll be dead. All right, so Josh Fritz is drinking on some Disco 11. Big Vic has that Michter's barrel proof rye. Is that the toasted Vic, or is that the regular barrel proof rye? I have the toasted from 2023, and that is amazing, dude. Cheers, Vic. Yeah, I have 8 bottles, and it's so cheap. Two at 29, one at 44. Where's that 32? Damn, man, that's awesome. I might be going up to Massachusetts, Randolph, um, for New Year's, man. So I'll definitely look for that. I'm gonna be there for a few days, maybe for New Year's Eve. So we'll see. I know it's like the holiday, so I'm not gonna say, "Hey, let's meet up" or anything like that, because I also don't know my schedule. But it would be cool. And next time I go, because I have family in Massachusetts, I'll let you know, pizza. So Donald has some 2 year Bugatti Jean Cohen single cast right now. Oh wow, Donald, you have all the like good Scotch, man. That's awesome. Oh, 21 year. Okay, because I was like 2 year old. All right, 21 year old Bugatti. That's awesome. Have you tried the Wheel Horse Rum Cask Rye yet? Huh. So I have not tried that one either. I know you were asking Thomas, but I haven't tried that. So that sounds interesting. Yeah, that definitely is diabetes in a bottle. You're right. That is all freaking honey and sugar. But it's the regular sugar, right? I mean, it's the organic sugar. Is that what somebody will say? Because it's honey, right? Regular. Okay, the regular barrel proof. What do I call it? Hey, what's up, Mr. Lopez? Thanks for getting on, man. Appreciate you. So, guys, I'm just getting into cigars, and I have to say, this is not bad. So this is the Romeo and Julieta, because I'm gonna say it in Spanish. Reserva Real, Nicaragua, Midnight Twist. There we go. Yeah, Reserva Real, Midnight Twist. Not bad. And what I like about it is that it's small, it's short. You don't have to sit here, stay for a while, because quite honestly, I was only planning to be on here for like at the most an hour. Cheers. And that goes perfect for like an hour, right? God tier stuff. Yeah, Donald Rance. Old Pirate Bourbon, what's up, brother? Cheers, man. Thanks for getting on. Appreciate you. Jim McEwen is the Scotch god that you need to get familiar with. Okay. I'll definitely write that down. Jim McEwen. All right. I need to see who that is because I don't know who that is, Donald. But I know you are like the Scotch and whiskey Yoda. Matt, if you're still on here, I have to say this has definitely redeemed itself. I still like yours better, I believe, but when you said that you need to scrape bugs off of your car with this, I was laughing because the sample that I got was like, it's not my favorite bee's knees, but this is pretty good, dude. Cheers. I still like your sample better because I like a bee's knees that is more honey forward versus double oaked. I think it's the first time that they started doing like double oaked bee's knees or double barrel, sorry. Double barrel bee's knees, I guess. Double barrel toasted. Um, and I'm more of a honey forward type of guy. Can't get into cigars. I've tried, but no luck. I prefer my lady, Mary Jane. I get that, man. You know, it And on the flip side, I can't get into that, although I have, right, in the past. But I think with the kids and stuff like that, I just can't do it. I just can't go back into it. So I got a 15-year-old, which I got to watch like a freaking hawk right now. So they always smell great. And that's my thing. When I used to, before I got into cigars, and I used to be around people that used to smoke them, because, I'm Spanish, I'm Dominican. So it's like, I used to go drink some whiskey, and people used to play dominoes. And while they're playing dominoes and drinking their whiskey, they got their cigars on them, right? And they smelled amazing. I loved it. But the smell to the actual smoking it is a little different. I agree with you on that, right? So it's like at first I couldn't really get into it, and then I've tasted some good ones that I do like, and they are good. I still can't pick out the flavors like some people can, right? So you give me a bourbon and I can pick out some of the flavors. You give me a cigar, I can't do that. I can't do that yet. Um, and I know there's people that can, but my palate for cigars, at least, is not there yet. Jim McEwen is Donald's manhandler. He gets voice when he hears that name. Oh, that's funny, man. Vic, you're a funny dude, man. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta look up Jim McEwen. I don't know who he is. I have a 32-year-old that blows me sideways like a submarine being blown out of the water. I also have a 25-year Middleton from Barry Crockett that is stunning. Okay. Yeah, I have to. I have, and I don't know what you think about this, Donald. You'll probably laugh in my face or throw something at the screen, but I have a Doers 32-year-old. It's the ones that come in the little white box. I got it a little bit cheaper than MSRP, I believe. I think I got it for like 150, but it's a 375 mil, and I have not yet popped that. It's sitting in my whiskey room barrel over there, and I don't know how it is. I heard that it's really good. It's a 32 year. So essentially, it's a $300 750 bottle because it's only a 375 for 150. So I don't know how I feel about that, but I'm gonna pop it at some point, just the right time, right? But I don't know. I don't know how it'll be. So have you tasted that? And am I like, are you like doers? Get the hell out of here, you know? 'Cause that's how I was at some point. Damn right I do. Cause you need a job. I know, man. I know, dude. It's just that Thursdays are hard for me, dude. So if you guys don't know, Big Vic puts on his puff and pours for his patron um, subscribers. I'm a patron of Big Vic. It's a good time. I sometimes watch Vic, but it's hard for me to get on just because if I have a live stream on Wednesday or on Tuesday, I definitely can't get on Thursday. And then when I don't have that, we usually have like bottle, um, a bottle share or whatever on a Thursday. So it's tough, man. But I definitely will join one of soon. That's for sure. Love Barry Crockett. Okay. I will say though, I smoked some cigars. I was able to pick up that tobacco notes in whiskey a lot more now. Yeah, that I can definitely attest to, Mr. Lopez. That's for sure. Oh, so Doers 32 is pretty good. That's what I heard, man. I've never tasted it, and I saw somebody review it. This thing was about to turn off on me. So yeah, to puff it a little bit. I saw that somebody um reviewed it, and then I saw it at my local Total Wine, and I was like, hell yeah, I'm getting that. and they had it for like, I think they had it for like $15 off or some crap like that. Because I think it was 175, no, 165. I don't know. I got it for 150, and I was like, yeah, shut up and take my money. you know, damn, Carlos would love to have that 32, those double barrel. Yeah, that's what I keep hearing, man. But it's like I haven't popped it yet, and I'm like, I don't know when I want to. I mean, that's probably the oldest whiskey that I've had that I have. So I don't know how I feel about popping it just like out of nowhere, but I want to pop it and taste it one of these days, right? Maybe at the right time. I don't know. I don't know. It's, I mean, you just got to pop your stuff and taste it, right? So eventually I'm going to do it. It's just when I'm going to do it, I guess is the thing. Cheers, y'all. So Donald Rance gets more moist than butch lesbians grinding him. Oh man, that's crazy. When I see Jim McEwen's name on a bottle. So, so okay, Donald. So now you gotta get into who the hell Jim McEwen is. And does he just come up on Bruichladdich or different type of scotch? Because now I'm curious, man. Because if you're getting that moist over this dude, I could Google it, but I kind of want to know now. you know. So Dragon B, if you're still on, this one is a really good one, and I gotta tell Sean um, about this. It's a little sweet right now. Like it's cool because it goes well with the cigar because you got the sweetness from the, you got the, you got the. Mr. Lopez said grinding empanadas. That's hilarious. You got the sweetness from the bee's knees, but then you got like kind of like the tartness and the smokiness from the cigar, which fucking, oh sorry, beep, which turned off on me again. What the hell? So I was on Cheech's stream, or I was listening to Cheech's stream the other day, and is anybody gonna go to his winter whiskey meetup? I always try to go. I know Dragon B is gonna be there. I always try to go because it's local for me. Well, local-ish, right? Um, because I'm only like 3 hours away from Cheech, and it's in Florida. So I'm gonna try to go. But is anybody else going? I've gone the past 2 years, so I went this year and I went last year, and it's been a really good time. So I don't know who else is going, but would love to meet y'all there in person. Cheers. All right, so he started sweeping the floors at Bowmore, or is it Bowmore? No, Bowmore, and rose up being head distiller, basically. Okay, cool. Then moved to Brookline. Okay. Big Vic's laughing. Watch the movie Water of Life, and you will understand. Okay. I will definitely do that, Donald. So, Joey, you're going to be there? Perfect, man. Would love to definitely meet you in person. Let's go check on this pork shoulder. I'm going to show y'all. still definitely need some. I mean, I'm at 375. I'm at 375. I'm doing it low and slow because obviously it's for Thanksgiving dinner, which we're gonna have like at 6 o'clock tomorrow. It's 8 pounder, so I think by I don't know. I put it on at 12:20. At 12, it's gonna have 12 hours. Definitely by 6 o'clock, it should be good, right? It should be already definitely out. So right now, the temperature is 96, so definitely has a long way to go. Rub some sugar on it, so um, it it gets that bark. But I realized that I was out of apple juice. I just had a little bit of apple juice, so I had to mix that a little bit with apple cider vinegar. Excuse me. And yeah, I gotta spritz that on before I go to sleep. So before, right after I finish this, I'm gonna spritz that on. Probably go to sleep for like 4 hours. Wake up at 6. Take my kids to that turkey trot. And probably spritz some more before I take them, obviously. So I don't know. Should I have the bee's knees? Let me see how the Russells is with this cigar. So I'm between the Russell's pick and the bee's knees here. And I should have probably gotten another pour, like of something out of another bottle. But cheers. This is good. I don't know. I really freaking love the Russell's Reserves, like single barrel picks. There are some that I don't like, I will say, or that I like less than some other ones. But there are some that I really do like. This is a pretty good one. And I don't know if you guys have seen him on screen, but or in chats. Um, Jack Josh Cousteau, he was the one that told me about this. So Josh is a Tampa local here, and he was like, "Dude, you need to go and get this because um, because it is really good. And if you don't like it, I'll buy the bottle from you." So I was like, "All right, cool." So I finally popped it. That was back like a month or two ago. I finally popped it, and it's pretty good. I don't think I'll be collecting that money from Josh. I think I'm gonna keep this one. Happy Thanksgiving, by the way, to all the East Coast homies. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving, man. Thanks so much. Where are you at, Mr. Lopez? If you don't mind me asking, where are you on the East Coast? Are you on the West Coast? Like, where are you located? You don't have to say the state, but at least where. Uh, Night Carlos. It's giving everyone. I've guests coming over in the morning. Yeah, I totally get that, man. Hey, Pizza, thank you for getting on, man. I appreciate you. Always a good time having you on, brother. So have a good night and happy Thanksgiving if I don't talk to you. California, okay. All right, Mr. Lopez. So I get what you're saying, the East Coast homies. Um, so thank you for saying happy Thanksgiving to us. I have 5 different Russells. I find myself off reaching for those more often than the rest of my collection. You know what, um, Thomas? I feel. Oh, sorry, Raider Dave. Feel the same way. When I had that Gaspar's pick, I freaking killed that bottle in like a month or two. Right? It was the bottle that I kept reaching for. And since then, I haven't had really a good. Russell single barrel. I got another one that I got. I don't know if it was ABC Liquors or Total Wine, and it just wasn't up to par. I mean, what can you really expect from like a big box store? Although sometimes they do good. They do they do good stuff. But yeah, I just feel like the little liquor stores, they have better picks, right? And that Gaspar's one, I'm telling you, was amazing. And I have another Gaspar's one, but I haven't popped that one yet, just because I heard it wasn't that good. But that's just what I heard through the grapevine, right? I haven't really tasted it myself, but this one is pretty good. This one looks like it's gonna be one that I'm gonna be reaching for um, a few times. All right, awesome. Thanks, pizza. Later pizza. I've never had a bad Russell single barrel. You know, I also thought that until okay, so I agree with you, Mr. Lopez. I haven't had a bad one. I have ones that I didn't like more than others, if that makes sense. Right? So I've had some where I'd rather kind of drink something else, but it was still good. I don't know if that makes sense or not. But I've had some where that's all that I want to reach for, you know? I attempted to post a link above in the chat about Jim, but don't know if you've seen it. I don't think I've seen it, Donald. Let me see. Uh, the thing is, I'm on my phone, Donald. I would make you a moderator, and then you can post a link, but I'll have to go to YouTube and do that. And I don't know how what's going to happen with the stream here. So let me see. So right now I don't know what that just did, right? Uh, let me see. Sorry, guys. If it went away, sorry. All right. So I don't know what happened there. I went over to YouTube and I just made you a moderator, Donald. So then you can post the link. So I don't know what that did. I don't know. Tell me, what did that do on you guys' end? Did you guys just see me like doing all this stuff on my phone? Did it pause it? Did it go black? Because I don't know. I'm on my phone and I don't know what it does when I actually get off of StreamYard and go and hop over to YouTube to do stuff like that. I'm also in Cali, SoCal specifically. If near Cosmo Liquor and Lake Forest, I highly recommend picking your pick. Okay, cool. There you go, Mr. Lopez. Raider Dave dropping some good knowledge. Screen was black, audio was there. Okay, cool. That makes sense. I mean, that definitely makes sense. Can hear you, can't see you. Okay, thanks, guys. Yeah, because I don't know really that what it is that happens, right? So, Donald, I'm not going to be able to check that out now. YouTube Live with Jim. Okay, but I'll definitely check that out afterwards. I got a black screen. Okay, cool. Thanks, y'all. That that lets me know for sure. So you guys are gonna get a black screen again. Just bear with me real quick because what I want to do is post this link. If anybody just wants to come on, boom, boom. Okay. So you guys are probably seeing a black screen right now. Sorry if you are, but I nope. I'm trying to pin my comment. So if you guys want to get on, say what's up. I'm not gonna be on for much longer, but if anybody wants to get on, they can definitely do so. It's pinned. Perfect. Thank you, Joey B. Appreciate it, man. Um, so it's getting cool here, I will say, and we've had like a little cold front here. I freaking love this weather. Like right now, it's probably I should probably be wearing a light jacket or whatever, but it just feels so good. Like it's not hot, it's not humid, it's freaking cool. And throughout the day it does get hot and humid, but right now it's it's just really cool. I don't know what the temperature is. I think it's like probably like low 50s or whatever. Um, in the morning, it gets to like low to like high 40s, right? Like bright and early in the morning. Like tomorrow, when I wake up with my kids to take them to this turkey trot thing, it's probably going to be in the low 40s. I mean, high 40s, sorry. And then by the time we get home, it's probably going to be the high 50s. So I love this weather, by the way. Um, I don't know if you guys know, I'm from Boston and I hate this humidness and just freaking heat. I'm not complaining about it because it's always better than freaking snow, but I like this cool weather. It's really freaking nice. Josh, it's 20 degrees here right now. Yeah, and you're in Michigan, right, Josh? So I can imagine, man. Um, don't miss that at all. Definitely don't. So tomorrow, what time does everybody usually start eating? Because this is a not an argument, but a discussion that I got into with my wife. So she has a cousin that's bringing a lot of dishes that always gets here late. And I'm like, all right, so because your cousin gets here late and she's bringing, I don't know, 3 or 4 dishes, maybe we should tell her like to get here 2 hours in advance because we're supposedly so Spanish people we eat a little bit later. So we're supposedly going to start eating, or at least it starts here at 6 o'clock. I know for a fact that her cousin will probably get here closer to 8. So that's probably when we're gonna start eating, which freaking sucks. So I got into a little like discussion with my wife because it wasn't an argument, but it was like you need to call your cousin and tell her that it's 2 hours in ahead, or at least an hour ahead, right? Because if she's only an hour late, we can kind of stomach that. But 2 hours late, that freaking sucks. Like eating at 8 o'clock, that freaking sucks. So I don't know. She didn't like the idea because she was like, oh, what if she does show up 2 hours early? I'm like, she will not show up. Like, that won't happen, right? Cheers, y'all. It will not happen. But she's like, oh, she might show up 2 hours early. That's not gonna happen. Mom and dad go in Florida in winter. in winter, and sister and bro in London, Florida. Someday I'll have to visit. Yeah, man. You let me know, Josh. I mean, you know I'm here in Florida, so I mean, in Tampa, Florida. So whenever you come down, man, let me know. We'll definitely take you to some good spots here. What's up, Anna? Thanks for getting on. Appreciate you. We eat Thanksgiving at 1300 hours. Okay. And I think that's a little too early for me personally, because I think at 1 o'clock we're still we're still kind of getting stuff together. Like I know tomorrow, like my son started with this whole turkey trot thing. So we'll probably get home like around 9 a.m. And I'm sure I'm still gonna be doing this. My wife's gonna still probably be dealing with some of her dishes, and then you know how people get when you have people coming over. Nothing is organized or clean enough that you have to like clean some more, and then you have the stress level of people coming over. So that's probably what's going to happen tomorrow, right? So one is a little too early. I thought this turned off on me again. One is a little bit too early, and I'm just like, yeah, I can't do 1 o'clock. But one year I did tell. One year I had my brother and her cousins and her sisters here, and I told them like, what about like 3 o'clock, 3, 2, 3, maybe 4 o'clock, and yeah, that didn't go so well. you know, Mike, what's up? Thanks for getting on. Appreciate you. Awesome live so far. Saying hello from West Coast Canada. Oh, awesome. Cheers. That's really cool. West Coast Canada. Whereabouts, man? I don't know Canada too well. I know like the Toronto area around there, but what are some like cities, I guess, or states in the west coast of Canada? So let me know. But cool. Thanks for getting on, man. Appreciate you. And thank you, man. This was more of a impromptu live. If you guys know my lives, this is definitely not it, but like I said, there was nobody else on, and I wanted to see. Oh, there's actually somebody on here. What's up, Donald?
Hey guys, how's it
Hey,
going?
how you doing, man? Thanks for getting on, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate you.
actually, I don't have to work tomorrow because I'm making up for overtime over the weekend and other parts. So I was like, yeah, I'll jump on. Cool.
That's awesome, man. Appreciate you, man. So Jim McEwen, man, what is this lust that you have for this guy, man? So,
Uh,
so
just everything he touched turned to gold. Like it for me, it was just like when it comes to Scotch, like it's just like yeah, like this guy gets it. Like it's dialed in. Like it is just such great stuff. And unfortunately, this label is faded, but this is a 28-year Jim McEwen. Yeah, the label's gone, but
mm.
uh, eh.
So does he have his hand in a lot of the Buglati um
So he was,
offerings, or a
yeah,
certain ones?
so he was the master distiller from when they were refounded up until
Okay.
2013, 2014, when he handed off to Adam Hannett, who's now the master distiller. But the guy is just like the legend. Like Black Art 4.1 was his magnum opus, and holy shit.
Huh.
Oh, God. Like,
I can see your passion right now, Donald.
yeah, no, it just Bercolati's always been one of my favorite Scotch distilleries, and then the fact that he was there, and then you know he started sweeping floors at Bullmore, and then rose up to become head distiller, and then went off to Bercolati, and just like oh, like every time I see him you know on YouTube, it's just like yeah, come on, yeah.
That's awesome, man. So, all right, so I could tell that you like Bruichladdich a lot.
Oh, I've got a lot of Bercolati in the house. Like, yeah, like
So, what do you think about some of the offerings? Like, I know you were talking about a 21-year-old earlier. So, what do you think about some of their like other offer? Like lately, there's been I don't know, is that an 18-year one?
the Port Charlotte and the Bercolati. So let me just tell you, I wish I could get the Port Charlotte 18 here in Canada because I want it like now, immediately.
I
Like,
haven't seen the 18-year, but the 10-year here is like $65. So I
yeah,
have a
well,
10-year and it's all right. I like it. I think I like Buglati. I have the
oh,
classic Lottie. I have the Port
the,
Charlotte's Head.
the Port Charlotte 10 is my go-to for Pete. Like, hands down. Like, I honestly, but that 18 year, I'm just like, well, there's a reason why I'm also called the Port Charlotte Harlot. Because, come on, like I've got all their special releases, almost all of them actually. Like I chase them like hell. It's one of the few whiskeys that I will actively chase, and I'm like, oh, I want that. Like, come on.
So are you all in? Like, would you go like you're all in on like the what is it, the black arts or the dark arts? Is it the black arts
Okay,
that
so the black art, that's a little more complicated because
okay.
I used to be able to get them for 286 Canadian up until 7.1, and then the price rose to over 750, and I'm like, nope, I'm out. Like, I'm
Yeah.
done.
Yeah, and that's the thing, man. It's like here they go for around like 550 to
Yeah.
650.
So yeah, 750 Canadian. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I don't think they're worth that.
Yeah.
Like,
Quite
and
honestly, I love like the and I know and I don't know how those how the black arts are, but for that I'd rather just spend a hell of a lot less and buy myself some Octomore. Quite honestly,
well, Octomore even now is stupidly priced. Like,
yeah,
I used to get it for like 225 Canadian, and then it went up to like 350, and I'm like, what?
yeah.
Uh, so that's kind of why I'm like, the Port Charlottes are way better value. Like, you're gonna get great wine casks, and also Adam Hannett has also said himself, Port Charlotte is kind of his personal pet project because he has elevated the whole Port Charlotte thing, you know, to umpteenth degree. It wasn't bad before, but now it's just like wow. Like you can tell, like he's got passion for Port Charlotte.
Hmm. And do you think that the Port Charlotte 10 like coming out now is a lot better than like the earlier stuff?
It's about the same. Like
Okay.
honestly, it's been pretty consistent, and it's kind of the one whiskey where if I didn't have it in the cabinet, I would panic and be like, "The world's ending! Oh my god!"
I don't know, man. I mean, so what do you think about that 18-year-old? I
I
was the
I
18-year the first one that they had like the new bottle shape for that comes in like the little I like to call it a straight jacket because it's kind of like a straight jacket where they put
Well,
it
and
in.
I really want it, but it was supposed to be released in Canada, but we haven't seen it yet. So I'm like, the hunt continues. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Here they're like 180.
yeah,
And
180, 200. I would pay that all day, every day. Like, just give it to me. Like,
so that's what I want to know because I haven't tasted it yet. And the 180, like, for like, what is it? Like $40 more, I can get another Octomore. Actually, I don't have an
mm,
Octomore, right? So for $40 more, I can get an Octomore, like either a 14.1 or a 15.1. And I'm just like, I don't know if I should really spend this money for
yeah,
like
but
180 on a
yeah, but
Bruichladdich.
think of, think about it this way: Octomore is 5 years.
Yeah.
You're getting an
Okay.
18-year Port Charlotte. Like, one of the best Port Charlottes I ever had was an indie bottling, and it was 13-year. Rest and be thankful, 100% ex bourbon, and
Yeah.
it just left me floored. Like, I was like,
I don't know if Vic is still on, but Vic, if you're still on, man, send me the link to a liquor store that you sent me before where they actually had a Port Charlotte. And I think it was like 220 at that point.
yeah, and
Plus obviously shipping. Um, but the one that I'm talking about from Bruichladdich that's 18 year is not the Port Charlotte.
no, it's the
Here,
actually Bruichladdich 18.
yeah, it's the
I,
Bruichladdich 18. They have it for 180 here. And I've been on the fence
I
on buying that, man. So I
honestly,
wanted to know your like thoughts on that one.
hmm, I'd still probably take a punt on it
Yeah.
because
Okay.
I can't get it here, and I'm like, hmm. So I've had the Laddie 22, which
Okay.
was 22-year Bruichladdich, classic Laddie. I was like, oh, damn, this is good. But honestly, if I had to take my pick, I'd be like, Bruichladdich 18, Port Charlotte 18. Yeah, fuck the Laddie. Just give me the Port Charlotte. Like, honestly.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, man. The Port Charlotte 18, other than that link that Vic Big Vic sent me, I think it was like back in the summer. I haven't
Yeah,
seen
it would be.
the
Yeah.
Port Charlotte 18 at all. And I remember Dara and Bill from like your average whiskey drinker or your average drinker or something like that. I forgot the name of their channel, but they did a like a list video, and that came on as one of their like top scotch for the year. So I've been looking for that one for a while, but I haven't seen it in person anywhere. And now it's like, man, I don't know if I should buy it online. Like,
Well,
I don't know if I should spend that money. But that's, oh yeah, average drinker. Thanks, Josh. Appreciate it.
okay. Yeah,
Um,
yeah, like Port Charlotte for me is just like, if I were a woman, it would be like, you know, panty remover. Just give it to me. Done.
yeah, man. You are all in on that Bruichladdich,
Oh
man.
yeah, no, I like Cheech and I did a stream back earlier in the year, and I was like, you have to buy this one and this one. And we'd been talking about it for 2 years, and then it was just like, finally, and then he tasted it. He's like, yeah, mm-hmm. Like,
That's awesome, man.
yeah, barbecue, just ah,
So you say barbecue, right? And that sounds awesome. Like the other day, talking about barbecue type of taste. So what are your thoughts on like Ardbeg? And I know that's well, it's kind of in the same vein as Port Charlotte because that's
yeah.
also
So
heating.
our Ardbeg does have some barbecue,
Yeah.
especially Ardbeg 10.
Okay.
Wee Beastie can go to hell because it's crap. Like I do not like it at all. I mean, if you like it, fine, but for me, it's just like, nah, nope.
I
Hardbake
don't
10.
I don't like the wee beastie.
Okay.
Well, it's okay, right? I mean, for the $50, it is what it is,
Yeah,
right?
but
I do like the 10. My favorite was the Ugadal. I like that
oh,
one
yeah, well,
until I just tasted the Cory Vecren.
yeah. So the Corey Brecken is cask strength, and then Oogie's less. So I can kind of get that from a person coming from bourbon, where you've got like the higher ABV and proof. But
Hmm.
I will say the overall best Ardbeg and the most polished at this point is the 10 because it's got everything like wrapped in a neat bow, like Christmas morning, package open, and you're like, oh, like
Okay.
it's got, the barbecue, it's got some of the maritime notes, salt, black pepper. It's also got, that kind of, seaweed. It, it's great. Like, I love it.
So yeah, I do like I really do like the Ardbeg 10.
Yeah.
So I was able to get whiskey therapy. Jason, he was able to get me a Cory Vecren for like $100 because usually here in my area they're like 130 US dollars, and I
Yeah.
was like, all right, cool, I'm down because I finished my Ugadal, and it was either buy another one of those or get this Cory Vecren at $100.
Yeah.
So I
They're,
have to go pick that up from him. And when I tasted it at his house, it gave me those barbecue notes, right?
okay. Yep.
Um, I haven't had the Ardbeg 10 in a while, in a long time, quite honestly.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna have to revisit that then.
Yeah. Honestly, to me, it's the most balanced. Like, it's got everything in there. And for core range, 10-year, like, it's bloody good. Like, nothing wrong. If somebody were to say to me tomorrow, oh, Ardbeg, well, have the 10. I love it. And so far, my favorite. I'd be like, okay. Have you had the other ones? No? Oh, okay. Try them out. But nothing wrong with Ardbeg 10. Like, holy hell.
Yeah. So that's the thing. It's like, and Josh, I wanted to keep his comment highlighted because he's talking about the Glenmorangie Highland single malt Scotch
18
18.
year Glenmorangie. Okay.
Yeah. So I've never
Uh,
tasted that one, but I did a review the other day, which I still have to edit and put out. And I don't know if you're familiar with the Tale of Whatever series
yeah,
that they
tail
have.
of cake, tail of ice cream, all that. Yeah.
Yeah. So for Thanksgiving, I put Tale of the Forest as one of my like Thanksgiving whiskeys that you should probably go for. Just because I really love the taste on that one. Because it
Okay.
kind of takes a bourbon drinker towards that introductory, I guess, peated note. Because it has a little bit of peat in it, but I wanted to know your thoughts on it. Like, what do you think about all of these
I
like tale
so
of whatevers that
so
they've come out with?
the tail loaves are cool, but you said peated note, and I think this is where I've become jaded. I'm like, I can not taste peat on Glenmorangie. Like
But have you tasted
Glenmorangie,
that one though?
I have,
The
yeah,
the Tale of Forest, and you don't
yeah,
taste Eden on that?
no,
Oh wow,
like it's so subtle. It's like
it is
two,
subtle. That's what I'm saying. It's like an introduction
yeah.
into that
Well,
heated.
it's 2 to 5 parts per million. So you're talking to a guy that drinks, you know, peated whiskey 30, 50, 105 parts per million. So that's kind of like
Yeah,
why I'm jaded. Like peat. What? Hmm?
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like, and I think for well, that's the thing. Like you're already like, I get you're jaded because you're already like up on this level, and
Yeah.
I think a bourbon
No,
drinker
and then
just going to Scotch, and
I
especially a peated Scotch, like you don't have that many introductory unless you want to go all in. You don't have that many
well, you do like
introductions into that. Like
you
Highland
do
Park, I guess, is
Highland
one of
Park
them.
12, yeah,
Yeah.
and then you can also like get into it through some of the Johnny Walkers, like the
Really? You think which
oh yeah,
one? Which Johnny
15,
Walker do you think is a little bit more peaty?
yeah, 15.
15?
Yeah,
Which one is
so
that one? Is that
it's a
the green label or
yeah,
the?
green label, yeah,
Okay.
blended malt. It's got peat in there. That's kind of also a good gateway. You know, if
Hmm.
people are like, oh, I like a little bit of peat, then you can go, okay, here you go, and then spoon feed them, and then be like, you know, one day when you grow up, you're gonna enjoy Lefroy 10 cask strength. Smack.
I don't like Lefroy 10 as much
Oh,
as I do. Well, I like it, but I don't like it as much as like some of the Lagavulins that I have here in my bar.
yeah, but Lagavulin is sweet. Lefroy 10, it,
I've tasted Lefroy 10 castring. So again,
oh,
whiskey therapy, Jason, he's a really big like Scotch guy. He probably has as much Scotch as he has bourbon, and that's where I tasted the Lefroy 10 cast strength, and it was good. But I tend
oh.
to go more towards the Lagavulin, or
Yeah, no, I
he
can get
even
it.
showed me
It's
like a
sweeter.
Lecheg.
Oh,
I think it
Legic.
was a
Oh,
Lecheg 9 cast strength.
yeah, and
That
then
was really good, man.
and also the 10-year as a core range expression is really good. But honestly, I have to say, Carlos, like
Yeah.
when I take, a drink of Lefroy 10 cast strength, it's like I have just been mugged by a mermaid. She beat me to death, slapped me with her tail, bloody nose to the point where I'm in a coma and left in the corner for dead. And I'm like, yes. Like, it is just so violent and
I love your
awesome.
analogies, man. That because that is definitely I could definitely see that with the Lefroy Ted Castro,
Oh,
dude. Like
but
getting mugged by
yeah,
by a mermaid.
yeah, no, it just, you cannot drink anything after it. But it just like every time I have it, I'm just like, all right, iodine. Yeah. All right. Where's the German shell coming in World War I? Because I'm going to need iodine. Like, just, it is so violent and awful and wonderful. And just like, yes. Mm.
Hey, what's up, Mark? Shout out to Northwest Bourbon. Thanks for getting on, brother. Appreciate you. Yeah, man, like that's definitely that it's definitely like you're saying, like violent. Hey, what's up, Eric Gunderson? Appreciate you
Yeah.
getting on,
It's,
man.
it's, and one of my favorite, Lefroy a few years ago did like a whole commercial campaign, and they were like, "Oh, do you love
Tater
Lefroy
dog,
or
what's up?
do you hate it?" And so they were inviting people to comment after trying it, and
Oh yeah.
one person hated it, but the comment was so perfect. She was like, "This tastes like a mermaid's dirty bath water." I'm like,
That
"Yes,
is crazy, dude. Cause you know what? I do see that, man. Like I definitely see that.
no, Lefroy is it's out there." Like,
And that's why I think I kind of stem away from it a little bit, just because
but I
that
I
it's a little too violent for me, man.
I will
Like,
say, if you ever get the chance to try Lefroy Galore, that violence gets taken down to the point of like a Beethoven symphony. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Like it's good. Like
What are your thoughts on Cardeas?
Garges.
Yeah,
Oh
Carges. Okay, that's how you say Carges.
yeah. I mean the 2021 PX. Oh man. And then there's been others where I'm like yes, and then others like eh. So it
Okay,
depends on
so it's
year to
kind of like a
year.
hit or miss.
Yeah. Like
I don't know, man. Yeah, I guess I have to revisit. So I have a Lafroy 10, and I have to
okay.
say that's out of all the peated Scotch that I have,
No,
that's
it's
probably
gonna
the
be
one that gets drank the
yeah.
least. I love my Lagavulin 16. I love my Offerman editions. I love what is it, Loch Lomond? Have you tasted Loch Lomond? I
Oh,
have an 18, man, and I love that.
oh. Listen, I have the 18.
Mhm.
God damn. Smoked peaches, like barbecued smoked peaches on that. Oh
Yeah, it's
man.
great, dude.
It's awesome. Like oh
It's really good, dude.
yeah, and
For the price, I think that like
yeah,
hits well above its weight.
yeah, it was 60 US and about 100 Canadian, which is
Mhm.
like holy crap. What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's an 18-year-old peated scotch for less than $100,
yeah, and
which is kind of
slightly
unheard of.
yeah, but I will say the Fright Den, it doesn't last long around me because sometimes I'm like, okie dokie.
But only the cast strength, or are you talking about
No,
Lafroy
both.
10 in
No,
general?
even in general, like in the summer, like
Yeah.
I'm an idiot because I'll make cocktails with the Fright Den with the Italian Canotto bitter orange soda. And then I'm like, Lafroy 10, a little bit of bitter orange, some ice.
Because now is the season over here where I get more into like peated scotch. Like
Okay. Yeah,
when
yeah.
it's like cool now, like in this cool weather, like I don't know, for some reason I reach more for like the peated scotch than like the regular scotch.
Yep.
That's what I feel like, right? So I pull out the Loch Lomond 18, I pull out the Lagavulins,
No,
and
no. Yeah,
I
I do.
wasn't a fan of Compass Box Peat Monster.
Uh, it's okay. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I get it. Like, I'm not a big fan either. It just like, it's okay. Like, yeah, Pete, 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 Pete. But,
Yeah. And that's the thing, dude. It's like I don't know. A peat monster is a little bit too much peat for me,
oh, well,
and
it's,
but I
a lot of,
revisited it, and now I wasn't a fan of it.
yeah,
I
it's a,
revisited it, and now I'm like, okay, it's okay.
yeah, well,
Before for me, it was kind of like a drain pour, and
okay.
now it's like, all right, I can actually stomach this, and I'll finish the bottle
Yeah, well,
at this
Peak
point.
Monster for me is basically they're trying to go for overwhelming peak without balance. So
Yeah,
it's like, it's okay.
yeah. So what's the oldest? So Josh, I don't know if you mean what's the oldest peat whiskey or what's the oldest whiskey in general. So I guess I'll ask you that question, Donald. What's the oldest? I guess I'll ask it both ways. What's the oldest peat whiskey that you have right now, and what's the oldest Scotch
Uh,
whiskey in general?
well, the oldest whiskey, peated whiskey I have is 32, but
Oh
the
wow,
oldest whiskey in general that I have right now is 42.
wow, 42. Damn. And what
Yeah,
is
and
that one?
it's Canadian.
Ah, okay. So
So it's
Canadian whiskey.
yeah, so it's a birth year bottle. JP Weiser's 42. It
Okay.
was distilled in 1982 and then bottled. And I
Wow,
was
man.
like, I gotta have one. And the irony was, it was released on my birthday weekend here, and I'm like,
That's
42 years?
awesome, dude.
Yeah,
That's really good. So
yeah,
Josh says the oldest bourbon and the oldest scotch. So I'm assuming that's the 32 in the scotch for you.
yeah. And bourbon. Uh, so I don't buy a lot of bourbon in Canada because the prices can get stupid to the point where I'm like, a 7-year-old bourbon sometimes is almost as expensive as a 12 to 15-year scotch. So I would say the oldest bourbon I've had is 12 years. That's about it.
Okay.
Yep.
So to me, the oldest scotch that I have is that Dewar's 32,
Okay.
that double double. And the oldest bourbon that I have is it the 18? I think it's a Knob Creek 18. I think
Yeah,
that's the
that.
oldest one that I have.
How much did you pay for that in the US?
So I did not get this year's batch, although I got it for a buddy of mine, which the new batch for this year for the 2024 was 145 at a local
Yeah,
Costco.
that
Um,
it was almost $300 here in
damn,
Canada.
damn,
And
that's
it's like,
crazy.
nope.
So I have a batch too, which was last year's batch, and last year I did pay at a Walmart, I believe it was. I paid 160 for it.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not a fan. I will say it's a little too oaky for me. So not as oaky as the 15, as the Knob Creek 15, and I have a few 15-year-old bourbons. But I think the Knob Creek 15 is just way too oaky. I'd rather a Knob Creek 18, but it's still a little oaky for me.
Okay. Cool.
So I don't know. I think that's the oldest one that I have, Josh. Um, but the cool thing about Scotch is that, like for example, that 32 was 150. So you're talking about like $300, right? When a cowboy bourbon or a ladybird or something like that will cost you like 250 US dollars either way. And that's a 6-year bourbon, or I think this year's is a 10-year bourbon for the cowboy bourbon, but still, you're paying 250 for a hazmat 10-year-old bourbon, right? So it's very relative. Like the scotch, you can definitely get more bang for your buck if you're about the actual age of it, right? And
Yeah.
that's not
And
saying that age means so
no, it does.
much.
Doesn't mean so much, but
No,
also in the U.S., like Scotch and Irish in particular have like gone up stupidly in price.
they have,
So
dude. And I've
yeah,
been trying to find, so I did find, so I try to, and I know a lot of people try to do this. So I try to find a whiskey. It doesn't matter if it's a scotch or a bourbon for my kid's birth year. So I have a 2009 bourbon for my oldest son, and I have a 2015 bourbon for my youngest son. Now I'm trying to kind of find one that's like their month and year. And I have that for my older son because I have one that's July of 2009, and for my youngest son, I've only found something that's 2015, right? And I haven't found his April 2015. And I just feel that with Scotch, it's so much easier and cheaper to get than for a bourbon.
it
At least here
might
it
be.
is.
Yeah, it might be just depending on the market. So
Yeah, like I don't pretend to get like so I'm like 41 years old. I don't pretend to get a 1983 Scotch for cheap, right? For myself, right?
yeah.
I'm sure a 41-year old Scotch is gonna be a lot of money.
Oh, 1,500, 3 grand. Yeah,
Yeah,
easy.
exactly.
Yeah.
But I
Oh, red
think that
breast.
a lot of the 21, 27, 18-year-old Scotch are really freaking good, and you get a lot of bang for your buck for that.
It, yeah, again, it depends because prices have spiked. So, yeah. All right. You know what, Carlos? I'm actually going to grab a couple of bottles to show you.
Yeah, man.
So, I'm actually going to grab that 42 year, and then I'll grab my second favorite master distiller, um, Barry Crockett, because I have a bottle of his as well. So,
Oh, wow.
yep.
Okay. Yeah, man.
All right. I'll be
Definitely
back
grab
in a
it.
moment. Yep.
Yeah, let me know. So, Josh, yes, the red breast, I love the 21-year-old. One, I just tasted a 27 the other day. Well, maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago at a bottle share. That was freaking phenomenal, dude. I mean, it's well over my price range. I can't justify spending that money, but the person that brought it over was awesome enough to share it, and it was really good. Derek, what is up? Brother, you are awesome. Thank you so much for being on. You are the man. Love you, Derek. And I hope to see you at Cheech's Sting next year. Now in like February or March, whenever he's going to have it. I haven't checked the Patreon to see when he's going to have it, but I hope to see you there, man. Because it's always a good time with you, Derek. We are good, man. How are you? And happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Thanks, Eric. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. And happy Thanksgiving, everybody. It's already over midnight here on the East Coast, at least. So it is Thanksgiving Day. So for Thanksgiving, I brought out the Russell's Reserve single barrel here. This is an MDP liquor 2.0 pick, and this was actually hand selected by Eddie Russell for MDP liquors. And then what I'm currently drinking right now, that's what I started out with. Right now, I have a little baby short barrel, a little 375 short barrel. And this is actually Sean at Echoes of Eternity Bourbon pick, which is a double barrel toasted pick. So Donald and I are talking about Scotch whiskey because, I'm also a Scotch guy, guys. I had a 15-year, 21, and a 27. A way to my financial wheelhouse. Yeah, they definitely are out of my financial wheelhouse for sure, Josh. I mean, the 21, maybe, but the 27 is way out of my range. Yeah, definitely can't stomach that. My wife will freaking divorce me if I spend that money. So, yeah, it is what it is. But they are awesome though. They taste really good. I actually tasted a Bushmills the other day as well, Josh. That was either a 21-year-old. I think the guy brought a 21-year-old. And was it a 25 or a 27-year-old? I don't know.
It could have been 27.
It
Uh,
could have been a 27. I don't remember, but he had two like 20-ish something old. I remember tasting the 21-year-old Bushmill. And
yeah.
then there was another one that he had that he was pouring himself because he's just giving you like a little bit of a taste, which is understandable. And it was really good. And not, I will tell you, like, I'm not a huge fan of Irish whiskeys, but those Bushmills were really freaking good.
No, they can be, and unfortunately for like the 21 years, especially, it's bottled at 40 ABV, but that's part of the historical practice, and it's it's gonna change. It's got to change, but yeah,
Yeah, man. It's like it like it's cool to be able to like taste stuff like that. And I have I have a 14 year. I don't know if you know Signatory,
yeah,
Donald.
oh yeah,
So I was put on to Signatory by one of my local ABC liquor stores. One of their reps there really is really like a straight up like Scotch guy. And like I'm telling you, he's a Scotch guy. Like he has all the Aberlours from like back in the days. Like he has like
oh if it,
batch whatever, batch
so
whatever, batch whatever.
yeah, so if he's got an Abelor Abunad
Yeah.
from the batch 40s,
Mm-hmm.
just go, pretty please. Can I get a little bit? Because
And he's given me a sample of one of them, and it
okay,
was
yeah,
amazing.
batch 40s,
I
those
don't
are
remember which batch it
outstanding.
was, but it
Oh
was one of his older batches that he gave me a sample of, and it
yeah,
was amazing. But then he put me on to Glen Alecky 14 year that they were selling there, but he has it, and I wish I was in my whiskey room so I can show it to you. And I think I've showed it to you before,
you might have.
where he brought where it's like dark as hell. Dude, it's like the darkest freaking Scotch whiskey that I've ever seen.
Okay,
And it is really freaking good, dude. I had to buy it after I tasted his sample. I had to buy it. And it was
cool.
like I think it was like $130, but it was well worth it.
All right, so which whiskey do I pull out now?
I
Hmm.
don't want much out of life, just an RR 15, old, high proof, Rick 4, high proof, Rick 4 Wells. Okay. So, Josh, I have an RR 15. I mean, we can definitely exchange samples, man. That's definitely something. Derek says, "Hey everyone, just dropped in to say hello. I'm at my mother's house and going back to bed." All right, Derek. Well, thanks for getting on, man. I appreciate you, brother.
Cool.
Always a good time with you. Hope to see you again in person. You are awesome, Derek. Love you, brother. Take care, Carlos and Donald, and cheers, Northwest Bourbon.
All right,
Okay.
so
Oh, we got somebody else on the screen. Oh, okay. I think we got Mark. What's going on, Mark?
hey, Mark.
What's up, Mark? How you doing, man? How's it
So
going, brother? How you doing?
no,
I don't know
he's
if I hear
muted.
you, Mark.
Yeah, he's muted. Yep.
Okay. Did I mute
Just,
you? Okay.
Hey, Mark.
hey, hey,
Yep.
what's up,
Hey, what's
Donald?
going on, brother?
What's up, Carlos? Hey, I
How
saw
you
you were
doing,
live.
man?
Want to
Cheers,
jump in and
brother.
say what's up? Happy fucking Thanksgiving. Cheers, guys.
Yeah.
Cheers,
Happy.
man.
Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving, man.
Happy Funny Day Thanksgiving to all you Yanks.
Love it,
November.
Donald. What are you drinking on over there, Mark?
Drinking some wild turkey.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Is it the Kentucky Spirit? All right.
Cool.
Nice. Any particular like warehouse or anything like that that you want to call out on it?
Very good question. Very good question. It's the CNA.
Ooh, nice, man. How do you like that?
Oh.
Dude, this is a really good bottle. Really good bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for a moment there, I almost thought you said TNA, and I was like, "Oh, CNA." Okay. I'm like,
That's awesome, man. Nah, I heard those are good. Like, so I have a 2021 um that it just says warehouse C. That's all it says. So it doesn't say like CNA. It doesn't say like Tyrone or whatever, so it really doesn't give me too much info, but it is freaking good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I know those Kentucky Spirits, like single barrels, are on point, man.
Yeah. Yeah. If you get them from the CN, the Camp Nelson, or the Tyrone warehouses, the warehouses that I've had that were not from those two, groups of warehouses, I haven't thought they were worth the price point. But if
Okay.
you get it from the the Nelson or the Tyrone, CN, TY, look at what the Kentucky Spirit says on the warehouse. If it says CN or TY, I would say it's worth buying. If it says anything else, I would say it's not worth the price point.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and I totally agree with you, man. I mean, this one is all right. It's a warehouse seat. Now, last time I was bourbon hunting with Roger Randall in Sarasota, and we came across a CNE, I believe it
Oh,
was,
yep, CNE.
and I didn't pick it up, but I should have, because I heard that was a very good pick, or a very good like single barrel version of that one. So I should have picked it up, but I didn't, man. But I've heard some really good stuff about those Kentucky Spirits, man.
All right, guys. So here's my next pour because I said I pull either the 42 or the Barry Crockett, so I pulled both. So there you go.
Ooh, Middleton,
Yep,
nice, man.
Barry Crockett.
And where?
And
So which one is that one?
the Barry Crockett Legacy.
Legacy. Okay.
So, he's got his, hold on, wait, focus, god damn it. There we go. Barry Crockett Legacy.
Oh wow.
Yep.
So what year is that from, Donald?
This one is a 2019,
Wow.
but Barry Crockett was the head distiller up until 2013, and he goes through the entire warehouse hand selecting barrels each year and then blends them, but he wants a consistent profile. So apparently he's like really a stickler. He's like, then blend 2/3 of that barrel and 1/4 of that barrel. I don't care. Like,
Wow.
yeah,
Hey guys, give me a second. I'm gonna have to kind of black out because I have like 5% on my phone right now. So I'm gonna
ah,
have to charge up this thing real quick. So I'll be right back.
okay,
No, yeah,
All right.
go get plugged in. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
yep,
So that's what you're drinking right now, Donald?
yeah.
Okay. So I'm drinking this Kentucky Spirit, and man, this is good.
No, it sounds great. Um, Unfortunately, a lot of the American bourbon can't get here, and if I do, it's like stupidly priced. Like, and then I've got to look forward to potentially more tariffs. So it's like, oh
Yeah.
God.
No, yeah, that's what I hear from Ben as well. Ben from the north, to where he can't find a lot of the regular stuff up there.
Yeah, it and he's actually in like the most least controlled province in Canada, and he still can't get it. So it's easier for us to find like rare, obscure Scotch or Indian whiskey or Taiwanese than American, which is crazy. But
So you mentioned Indian, and Indian has hit my radar just in the last 9 months or so.
oh,
And since then, man, since like just this year, Indian whiskey has surpassed Jack Daniels as the highest selling whiskey in the world.
Yeah,
When it like before it was Jack Daniels was the highest selling whiskey in the world.
yeah.
And in the last like 9 months or so, there's like 4 different Indian whiskeys that outsold Jack Daniels. So I'm just asking, what is the best whiskey from India that you tried?
So 2 brands, Paul John and Amrut.
I've
And
had Amaru. I've not had Paul John.
so Paul John does some amazing stuff too. Like any of the stuff you find from them is going to be pretty good. But so Amrut, the Portanova, and the Naranji are just, oh man, God, they're so good. And then Paul John has like, a couple of expressions that just blow your socks off. Like just explore. Those are really the 2 best at the moment. Yeah, just good stuff.
Paul John Indian whiskey.
Yeah,
I'm gonna write that down so I remember to look for it.
yeah, and Matt Zitrick's a huge fan of them too. Like he and I have spent a few hours talking about it, and just like, yep, mm-hmm.
All right, guys, I'm back.
Great.
Yeah, I was down to like 2%. Damn. So I'm surprised it didn't like cut off.
No, good. You're good. What's up, 4-leaf? Stacy, what's up,
Hey,
girl?
Hey,
Stacey.
what's up, Stacy? How you doing?
Yeah, well, and it's ironic. Stacy's here now when I'm drinking Barry Crockett.
Bourbon School's in the house.
What's
What's
up,
up, Brian?
Brian? How you doing? Happy Thanksgiving, man.
Cheers, Brian.
Mm.
Cheers, Stacy.
Yep.
Nice. So, Donald, I went and I got that Glen Alecky Signatory
Okay.
just so you can see it, man.
Oh. Okay.
Look at how freaking dark that is compared to
No,
like a
it's
bourbon.
that's all sherry cask though. Got to be
Yeah.
first fill. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a sherry cask. 14-year.
Oh.
So I'm gonna pour that now.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, it's first fill sherry Oloroso
Yeah.
buck.
Oloroso. Yeah. Yep. That is going to be like tasting the traditional Victorian Christmas plum pudding that is steamed, and oh man, that's going to be so good.
Yeah, definitely is good, man.
Single barrel pick, cracked open, and it says on the sticker, "For those who serve." I found this yesterday.
It's such a good one, dude.
Yep.
But that you said earlier, like the Abudan,
The Abanad, yeah, the batch
Yes.
40s. Those are the ones that you really want. Like, they are killer.
Huh. So, what do you think about the newer ones, though?
Not as good. Nope.
Not as good.
Nope.
And Deanston, have you tasted those? Like, the
Uh,
newer, like sherry cask ones.
so I've had, yeah, the Deanston 15 organic 12. The best Deanston, but I doubt you're going to find it. It was a 1997 Palo Cortado.
Mm.
And it's like, oh, yeah. Like,
You just showed us a cheaper price.
now Deanston is a good distillery. Like, they make great stuff.
Yeah. I don't know what the year is on it, but it's a sherry. It's a sherry cask one. It's cast strength.
Okay, well, I would say if you can find a 2008 Bordeaux wine cask Deanston, oh man, so good.
Yeah, I have to
Just
look for that.
yeah, it's not been out for a couple of years, but I know places in the U.S. Where people have found and be like, "Oh, what's this?" and people will send me pictures, and I'm like, "Fuck you, I can't get that anymore."
Damn, man, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's damn, man. It's crazy to find something like that, man. And it's crazy when you know, like, if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't. Like,
right.
because the guy at ABC, like the Scotch guy that I was telling you about, like, he was telling me about the Lefroy Cardaeus or Carge. How do you say it?
Gorgeous.
Carges.
Yeah,
And he was telling me about one from like 2021. That's like one of the better
yeah.
ones, or
That's the
2011.
PX. Yes, that's the
Yeah.
PX. That one blew me sideways, like hands down. Like I couldn't get it here in Canada, so I had to have like friends. At that time the border was still closed, so I had a friend that lived in the U.S. at that time, and he's a doctor, so he was traveling back and forth, and I'm like, one Garges, two Garges, three Garges, four, yes, and well, they're all gone now.
Wow, man. Yeah, I gotta try to look for some of those. There's a store here that sometimes carries those like special bottles, and they don't ask too much for it. So I'll have to go and check it out.
Yeah,
What's up,
well,
Whiskey Days?
a Cargis should cost you about 110 to 130 US
Hmm.
max.
Okay.
So that's kind of where I would be happy to pay for, because in Canada it's gone up to like 150, 160. So yeah.
Yeah. So Whiskey Day says that he found a Dewar's Portuguese and Mezcal finish.
The mezcal, I think that's part of their uh, you know what do they call it?
I've
You
never
know,
had a mezcal finish.
legal and smooth, or whatever the hell they call it. Something like
I've
that.
had mezcal and I wasn't a fan, but I've never had a mezcal finish.
So are
Yeah,
you a fan of so Mark, do you like peated scotch at all?
Not so much. Not so much.
Okay.
And you know, the mezcal I tried was like really smoky tequila.
Yeah.
And I was
okay.
like, dude, that has like its niche. It has like the very particular zones where people would like it. And it's not my jam. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's just not really for me.
And that's the thing. Like, I feel that because it has that smoky note, I feel that if you're into peated scotches, you'll probably like mezcal.
If
Yeah.
you like tequila and peated scotch,
Yes.
Uh, I don't like tequila, but mezcal's okay, kind of.
right? But
But
you like scotch,
oh, peated scotch, like
right?
honestly,
Right.
I have scotch that is up to 308 parts per million of peat.
Right.
Oh
Like
wow.
you love peated scotch.
Like it's like licking Satan's taint after he's been above a campfire. Like it's just
You like give
yeah,
me more smoke. I want
yeah.
this.
Give me more smoke, more peat, like everything. Yeah,
You know what's the funny thing about that though is that it has to be the right peat and smoke, right? I don't
it,
know if you've tasted Donald. Have you tasted some of these like smoke heads and some of these other like
no.
supposedly like peated or smoky Scotch whiskeys
Oh, so
that it's
smokehead.
so freaking like
So
um
smokehead is
artificial.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, smokehead is okay. I mean,
Like a Basil Hayden smoke.
Yeah,
but
basically.
I've had some unique whiskeys where they're like smoked, and I'm like,
Holy shit, Whiskey Days is in the chat. What's up with
Yeah, it just feels like they put
long
like
time.
chemical smoke in it or whatever. But
Yeah. And that's the whole
yeah,
thing. It's like instead of getting that like peat moss smoke or even that barbecue smoke, you get like a chemical smoke. It's
yeah. And
artificial.
so if you ever want to challenge yourself and go on like Star Trek, Mr. Toad's Wild Pantless Wild Ride,
Mr.
for
Toad's Wild Ride.
yeah, for like peat smoke,
Uh-huh.
find a bottle of Connemara peated cask strength.
Connemara
thing,
peated cast strength.
yeah, it's
Okay.
Irish.
Huh.
That thing
Okay.
smells like every 1970s Mercedes diesel firing up at the same time. Every Gulf War oil fire going up at the same time, and then tastes like you've licked burnt Valvoline off of like a frying pan. It is just, it's weird and funky and it's crazy.
Damn, man. Yeah. What's up, Independent Joe?
Independent
What up, man?
Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Cheers, fellas.
What's up, man? Cheers. How you doing, man?
Pretty good, man. Just I missed you, so I thought, come by and say hi.
I appreciate it, man. Missed you too, brother.
Cheers.
Cheers, man. What you drinking on over there?
Well, just poured it right now, the 70th.
Oh, nice, man.
Oh,
That's
cool.
a good pour,
Yep.
man.
It's Turkey Day.
It's all right. I don't think I don't know if it would be my favorite of the year, but I think it's pretty good for especially for the price.
Yeah, and that's the
Yeah,
thing. It's like for $50 or $55 is what I
yeah,
get it
40
for here.
bucks.
Like
It's 40 bucks
it's
here.
yeah, with your coupons,
Now it's everywhere here for 40 bucks. Costco.
Coupons.
All the Costco's here have it like in like a crazy amount.
Oh yeah, Costco has it for like legit $40.
Yeah,
Oh,
40
really?
bucks.
Oh,
Yeah.
crap.
Okay.
Because here it's like they come in waves. Like I missed the first wave because I was like, I don't need another Wild Turkey 101. Then I tasted it and I was like, oh, that's actually pretty good. So we got a second 2 months later. We
Is there nobody
literally
else in the
just got it
background?
like hold on, let me see. There is there is.
There it is.
What's
There-
up,
There
Eric?
we go.
Hey,
What's
everybody.
up,
in the
Eric?
house.
How you doing, man?
There's not nobody else in the background?
Hey, Mark. Hey, Joe.
There is.
Carlos,
B.
John.
Bauer is, but
B.
I
Bauer
can't
in the
add him
house.
on here.
Oh,
But I
Bill.
can't add him on
The
Oh.
crew.
for some reason. It
Maybe
says
his camera's
that
messed up or something?
it only tells me to kick him, ban him, or edit the name. That's it. It doesn't let me invite him on.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
wow.
So B. Bauer, I'm sorry, man. I can't. It doesn't give me the option to add you on.
All right. I'm going to go get the last pour for the evening. So I'll be back.
Cheers, Tater
Yeah, man,
Dom, Josh
definitely.
Fritz, Whiskey Days. Cheers to you all.
Eric, it's awesome to see you on, brother.
Good to see you,
I don't
Carlos.
think I've ever seen you on screen, man.
Well, I'm trying to do it a little bit more. Get this
Appreciate
old guy
you,
on
man.
here.
How you been, man?
Doing good. How about you?
I'm
Happy
doing pretty
Thanksgiving
good.
to everybody.
Yeah,
Happy Thanksgiving, man. Guys, Donald said it right. I mean, I think this is going to be my last pour as well because I got to get up at like 6 a.m. to take. So my kids decided to do, without me, this little like turkey trot.
Yeah.
And they have to be there at 7 a.m.
What?
which means I have to get up like at 6:15 to get them there by
Dang,
7
dude.
or before 7.
I'm just saying,
So,
I
yeah.
didn't have kids to have more people to tell me what to do. No offense. I've got 3 kids of my own. I'm just saying.
I know, man. It's like, what do you mean I have to wake up at this
6:15.
time to take you somewhere?
Oh man. So no, where are you guys going tomorrow?
So they're having like some kind of like
It's called the Turkey Trot. So it's like a 5K that they're running.
Oh,
So
that's
my
that's
son,
cool.
yeah, my older son, he's all into like running and stuff like that. Like he runs around our neighborhood all the time, and he tries
Right.
to join all these 5Ks and mud runs and all that stuff.
You got him on
So
like
he
a
was,
cross country team and all that stuff.
man, not yet. But I'm trying to tell him, like he's into baseball, he's on the baseball team, but it's like I'm trying to get him into like the cross country because I'm like, if you're like running that much, you might as well just join, right?
Right. Like running off route, the cross country teams. That sounds like his cup of tea.
Yeah, definitely. Hey,
Go
what's up,
Cowboys
Chance?
tomorrow.
Thanks for getting on, man.
Chance. Chance is a Cowboys fan, so cheers.
Heck yeah.
Chance is a Cowboys fans. Okay. What's up, Chance? Thanks for getting on, brother.
We beat the Giants the first game of the season, so hopefully we can repeat that on Thanksgiving.
Yep, I'm rooting for the Cowboys tomorrow.
I appreciate
Yeah,
that,
man.
Yep.
Cowboys.
I am as well. I'm not a Giants fan at all.
Well, I was in high school in the 90s, and so yeah, I'm a Cowboys fan.
How's Tampa doing this year?
Better than the Patriots, I'll tell you that.
So you guys are talking about American Hand Egg with commercials. Okay.
Oh,
like-
yeah.
Buddy.
Yeah,
Throw one
that's
plate and then
Eric, what are
commercial.
you drinking over there, man? What do you have in your glass, Eric?
He's got the 70th also.
The 70th. Oh, okay. Cool.
Oh, I'll do a 70th with you guys too.
So
Wow, okay, awesome.
is it my imagination or has the NFL become basically like the shopping channel for like middle-aged men where they do a couple of plays and then it's like, oh, are you feeling horny? Do you want to respond to your wife? Well, here you go. See how
Yes, take my money.
Yeah. And then the next commercial is like, oh, well, we've got blood thinners for you. And then it's just like, what?
What
the
kind of
hell
commercials
happened?
do they got over there in Canada? This is weird.
No, actually, we can't have, medical commercials in Canada. So when I watch all the American ones, I'm like, every second commercial is for like a medical product or medication. And I'm like, what is going on in this country? Oh,
We're trying to catch up to Canada, I guess.
well, yeah, well, we can't have that commercialized here. But
Well, no, he's saying that the big pharma is putting a lot of the commercials out.
yeah, they are. Like
Yeah.
it's like two plays and then Big Pharma takes over and then you'll get like Kraft.
Big Farm has all the beans, greens, tomatoes.
Yeah.
All right,
then-
let's go with this Wild Turkey 70th. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, man.
Cheers, Mark.
Cheers.
Hey, cheers, everyone.
All right. So here's my nightcap.
Uh-oh, he's whipping it out.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, there you go.
I
There you
would
go,
for-
Donald.
Carlos. So there you go.
Whoa.
What?
Damn,
Ooh,
JD.
42.
42 years.
42.
I've never seen that one out here.
It's actually going to be available according to Dr. Don Livermore in California, Chicago, and a few other markets. So, yep.
You know that Livermore is kind of apt to what it affects.
But yeah, so that's a bottle right there.
Oh wow, nice, man.
Yep.
Fancy.
Nice
that's
presentation.
nice.
I got a nice box.
Yeah,
nice
that is
bottle.
a nice bottle. Wow.
I saw that Whiskey Crusaders.
Yeah, because they had Dr. Don on their show, and Matt was like, "How can I convince him?" Like, just kind of apologize, and here are the 3 key Canadian lines. I'm sorry. Please don't, judge me. And then can you bring it down? Because, eh?
Yep.
Hey, B. Bauer,
So-
see if you can log out and then log back in to see if you can jump on. He can't select you right now.
Yeah, B.
He's still in the
Bauer, I
background?
can.
Yeah,
He
Bill?
is in the background. He is in the background, but all right. So I'm gonna kick you from the studio, B. Bauer.
And then jump back in.
Yeah, jump back in. Kick ass if you want to prevent the person from rejoining. Shit. Okay. So I just kicked you, B. Bauer. Try to rejoin, man. So I gotta say, this freaking Glenn Alecky, 14 year, is freaking good, guys.
There we go.
Right. Galacky. Yeah, there it is. He's closing. There it is. What's
So
the
did you
proof
pour
on?
it
Is
out?
that in the
Did you
80s
pour
or
it
90s?
though? Did you pour it though, Donald?
I
Is that
did.
your last? Okay, nice.
Yeah, it's my last. So the ABV, and it's kind of crazy for a 42-year whiskey, 52 ABV.
Wow, that is pretty cool, man.
Yeah,
It's got to be
ABV.
barrel strength or cask strength, right?
yeah, it's cask strength.
Yeah.
So it's a combination of corn and rye.
Okay. Damn.
That's awesome, dude.
Heck yeah. I've never seen a JP Weiser even at the lower age statements at that proof point. So that's pretty cool.
Well, at the lower ones, they don't do it, but like
B. Bauer, I'm adding you on, man.
23,
There he is.
5.
What's
Hey,
up, B.
Bill.
Bauer?
What's up, Bill?
There you go.
How's it going, man? Sorry, man. I didn't know why it wasn't letting you let me on. Like why it
It's all
wasn't
good,
letting
dude.
me
It's
let
not
you
you,
on.
man. It's
It's
all
not
good.
you, it's me.
Exactly. It's not you. It's me, man. Carlos, thanks for having me here.
Heck yeah.
Hey, man. Thanks for getting on, man. Appreciate you, brother.
So actually, Bill, I had a chance to work on the gastrique recipe at work today. And I'm actually thinking I'm going to put a little bit of cinnamon and nutmeg in it
Okay.
for holiday, kind of festive things. And I'm like, yeah, like blood orange, cranberry, bit of maple syrup,
Now you
vinegar.
got Donald and Bill talking their chef stuff.
Yeah. So
That'll
what is
balance
that,
it or bring it
Donald?
back. Like even if you did, like dude, I know a toasted pine nut wouldn't work in that, but it almost would. You know what I mean?
So it's funny you say toasted pine nut, but what if I were to do a couple of toasted macadamia nuts for the creaminess?
Yeah, because it's creamy, but it's still that toast to bring it back.
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
So what is that, guys? Like, is that like a dish that you guys are coming up with?
So it's something I'm working on for my friend's Christmas gathering, and I have to cook it because I can't trust them, because then we're all gonna have fucking food poisoning. Because
Damn.
yeah,
So
I
it's
mean-
like that. Okay.
yeah. Well, my friends can't cook to save their lives, and then I look at their wives and I'm like, I don't trust it either. So, like,
Hey, Chance, I was at the games when the Lions beat the crap out of us, and it was not a fun day.
So you were at that game, Joe?
Yeah, I took my kids to their first game in Dallas. I've taken them to a Dallas Cowboys game here, but not in Texas. So I took them to a game in Dallas, and so we I mean, we did other stuff, so it wasn't like a lost trip, like just to go there to watch them lose type thing. But it still wasn't fun because I bought the tickets on the Lions side of the visitor side.
Oh no, Joe.
And I thought, well, I mean, how many Lions fans could there be? And it turns out there's quite a few.
Yeah.
Tons of them in Texas, huh?
Yeah, they're gonna pack it out, dude. They packed it out, didn't they?
Yeah. So
I won't say they packed it out. There was a lot though, and right behind us was the most obnoxious kids who don't know anything about football sitting behind us in their Lions gear.
so I have been told,
Oh,
and I need you guys to correct me because I've been told that two most obnoxious group of fans and
Raiders.
NFL.
Easy.
So I was just
Eagles.
gonna say, yeah. So Raiders and Lions, which means they're both kind of related to the royal family because they're all inbred and stupid.
Well, here I'll tell you one thing. Like here in Tampa, is the Eagles fans, man.
Really?
We don't like the Eagles fans. Yeah.
Hey, I'm with
Yeah.
you on that.
So I have to admit something, Carlos. I was
Yeah.
born in Toronto, grew up in Toronto, and I hate the fucking Maple Leafs in hockey because they are the worst fans in sports, period. Because every season they're like, yeah, plan the cup parade. And I'm like, you guys have been doing it since 1967. Go fuck yourselves.
Oh man. Yeah, man. I mean, here, like, I'll tell you one thing. Like, I was at the game with. I took my son to the game, to the playoff game last year, where it was Tampa against the Eagles, and we won, right? And I actually felt bad for the Eagles fans because there were some very drunk Buccaneers fans that were just messing with them like crazy,
Listen,
right? But I will say that right before they lost, they were talking a lot of smack.
yeah,
It was
Like-
it was crazy.
oh, NFL
it's-
Eagles, like NFL Eagles fans.
yeah.
Yeah, NFL
Oh, they
Eagles
talk
fans,
the most shit, dude. Eagles fans
Yeah.
talk a lot of shit, dude.
Like
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
in hockey, Leaf fans are the most insufferable people on the face of the earth. Like, and all of my friends are Leaf fans. So, a couple of years ago,
There's a leaf behind you.
that's the real Leaf. Not that blue piece of shit that they go, oh, Maple Leafs. Ooh." Like, and honestly, so a couple of years ago, Montreal Canadiens, my
Sure,
team,
Mr. Wong.
Les Habitants, and the Leafs. So the Habs were down 3-1 in the playoffs, and then they came back to beat the Leafs. I'm like, oh my God, yes. Because now I get to be an absolute prick to every one of them for like the next year. And I'm like I was absolutely an asshole to all of them. I'm like, isn't this hockey, just like, isn't this hockey result as disappointing as your sex life with your wife? Like, I would make comments like that and be like, fuck you. I'm like, well, maybe your wife might like that. Like, just, I was absolutely terrible. Like,
So I heard you're a really big hockey fan, then, Donald, huh?
oh yeah, no, the Montreal Canadiens, because when I was like 4 years old, my French Canadian uncle took me to my first hockey game, and it was in Montreal. The year they won the Stanley Cup, Patrick Roy's rookie year, I still have the sweaters, not jerseys, because they're sweaters, hanging up in my closet, and I'm like, yeah, like when you hear "Haute les Canadiens sont là," and then they're screaming for blood, and it's just like, yeah, I want to be a part of this. This is really cool. Like,
So they're not jerseys, they're sweaters. That's what you guys call it out there?
sweaters. And I
Sweaters?
give
Okay.
Vic shit all the time. He's like, oh, I'm in my jersey. And I'm like, fuck you. You're in your jersey. You're in your parachute sweater. What? Like, no, honestly, being Canadian, obviously, hockey, but it's really weird. I was born in Toronto and, raised in Toronto, but I learned French from a very young age. And then French Canadian uncle takes me to my first hockey game in Montreal. And then it's like, all right, you know what? The Leafs suck because they haven't won fuck all since forever. And I'm like, Montreal Canadiens? I'm like, come on, Patrick Wall, the wall. Like, yes.
There you go, man. There you go.
Wall was the man.
I don't
dude.
know, man. I don't follow hockey, right? But I do know that the Lightning are pretty good here.
They were pretty good.
They were, yes. And when I lived in South Florida, the Panthers were pretty good as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
I don't know. But Mr. Mom, happy Thanksgiving, brother.
Yeah. So the other thing too, Carlos, is I used to spend my summers living with family in Britain, and somehow I became a fan of Manchester United because of an imperious Frenchman that would score goals and go like this. And then one day, a fan, decided to call him a cunt, when he was in the stands. And then Eric Cantona, he decided, you know what? I'm going to karate kick you in the face with my cleats. And somehow I thought, I'm like, I like this. Yes. Like,
so you like that like violence, man. All
no,
right.
it's not the violence. It's just like, okay, like, yeah, like, just, yeah. And so the other team on planet Earth that, I absolutely love, Manchester United. Unfortunately, for a decade, they've sucked ass. So
They're not very good at baseball.
Yeah, well,
They're not very good at baseball. There you
yeah,
go.
baseball. I've got the Blue Jays here, but they haven't been very good either. Like, especially this last year, like, horrible. Like, ugh.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. It's I know the hockey season has just started, so let's see, man. Let's see how it is. Like,
Oh yeah, no.
I have yet to be to a Lightning game. Quite honestly, I've been to a crap load of Panther games. I've yet to be to Lightning games, so let's see how that goes, man.
Honestly, for me, it's like, I know Canadians are going to be like bottom division because no good. Like,
So, Lano, I know you don't partake in, obviously, in the Thanksgiving festivities tomorrow, but everybody else on screen, Mark, Joe, Eric, Brian, like, what do you guys, or Bill, sorry about that, B. Bauer, what are you guys doing tomorrow? Are you guys, like, hosting? Are you guys going somewhere? Like, what are you guys doing?
My wife ordered some food from a local place here, so we're supporting that business too, and we're picking up the food from them and
Okay.
on what they
nice.
got. So
Nice, man.
Yeah.
And
I
are
mean-
like you have your kids and all that there, or
there's just three of us. My son's birthday was
Okay.
tonight, so he's
oh, nice.
and unfortunately he's sick right now because I asked him if he wanted to jump on with me to so we can have a father son pour, but he's been sick for the past couple of days, so so we didn't get to do that, but that's fine, and we'll do it later at a later time.
okay.
But yeah, so
How
it's just
old
gonna
is
be the three of us. Just turned 21. Yeah.
Oh, nice, man! Congrats! Happy birthday to him.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, man. What about the rest of you guys?
We're hosting over here. My wife's family lives in the area. I don't have any family here in this state. And so we are prepping to have her family over tomorrow. Her parents, her grandparents, her siblings. And so I've actually got to cut out right now because I got to get some sleep to get shit ready in the morning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel you, Mark.
Yep.
I get you, man.
Yep.
Well, I appreciate you getting on, man. I appreciate you, dog.
Yep.
Thank you so
Yep.
much, man. Happy
No worries.
Thanksgiving to you and your family.
Hey, happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. Love all you guys on screen, all you guys in the chat. Fucking love you guys. And cheers to you. Happy Thanksgiving. And look forward to drinking with you next time.
Cheers.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Happy Thanksgiving. What about you, Eric?
We'll be going to my
Bauer.
oldest daughter's house tomorrow.
Oh, nice, man.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
what you guys usually do, or
I'm sorry?
do you guys usually do that like every year, or is it like do you
We
guys
kinda
switch
rotate.
off, or okay?
We kind of rotate. Our oldest daughter's going to be hosting this year. Next year, maybe us or our middle daughter, something like that.
Okay.
Oh, nice, man.
Yeah.
So we
Our
turns.
Nice.
our Thanksgiving here is second Monday of October, so yeah, slightly different, but yeah,
Yeah,
kind of
probably has
same
a different
holiday.
period than us. I mean,
Yeah.
October. Canada. You know what the fuck I meant.
Yeah, I know, but it's just,
Canada, October, the same. They're the same word.
yeah, October, Canada,
October.
Canada, October.
Is that the Boxing Day? Is that what that is?
No, Boxing Day is December 26th, the day after
Okay.
Christmas, and
Okay.
typically that's when my family and I would get together, but I haven't been to a family Christmas gathering in a number of years, and I'm like, thank God. Oh, I've got to work. Like, I loathe it with a deep passion. Like,
You loathe being around the family, or you?
yeah, no, I loathe being around the family because
Yeah, dude. The same reason I got out of restaurants is the same reason I want back in them, so I can have the excuse of being like, I gotta.
yeah,
work.
well, I'm
You don't want to
working
be
on.
around them.
Yeah, I'm working
Yeah,
on
exactly.
Boxing
You'd be
Day.
like,
Yeah,
I gotta work
exactly.
this holiday. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like
Well,
it's
it's
just
a good
like
excuse, though, right?
yeah, it's like chiclet smiles and like I'm thinking,
Because you're gonna do the same thing, dude. You're gonna cook the meals, and by the time it's done, the bard's gonna load up the back of the house. You're gonna be fucking drunk as shit by the time you close the restaurant. Like,
yeah,
it's the same shit, but you don't gotta deal with all the family bullshit.
right, yeah, because then with the family bullshit, they're gonna be like spewing out stuff, and you're gonna be like, yeah, you know what? Fuck you, go to hell. Like,
But the restaurant, you're just gonna have about 8 drinks above your station, and you're like,
Yeah. Like
There you go.
I remember one Boxing Day when I was like 21 or 20, and it was just like I've got like 8 fucking and this is gonna sound horrible, but
oh, it's gonna sound beautiful, Donald.
no, I had 8 Caesars piled above me, and I'm like, all right, end of night, wham, 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 wham. But the worst thing of all was the fact that my head chef, and he was Greek, he already had like double that amount of ouzels piled above him. So he was already halfway through and was screaming, obscenities in like half Greek English. And it's like, okay. I can't quite understand you. And he's like, blah, blah, blah. And then all I could hear is like, you dickhead. And I'm like, okay. And then you'd find him, passed out on a sack of flour in the back pantry like the next morning because he didn't want to go home to the wife.
He didn't want to go home to the
same,
wife.
dude.
There you
You get fucking rocked, and the fucking hostess comes and like professes her love, and she's like, I just always want to tell you how much. Like, you're fucking 17, go away.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Or the other thing that really used to bother me was like, because the waitresses would think they would get better tips, they'd suck up to me, and I'm like, I'm better paid than you are and skilled, and I'm not getting any of the tips, but the busboy over there, like, just go and suck his cock, then maybe. Like,
Yeah, he's gonna be the one that's gonna get you the fucking cleaner table.
yeah, exactly.
I'm putting the same food on that table no matter what.
Yeah, like,
But you take care of him,
yeah, like,
you're gonna have a better section.
it's just like, oh man.
go. You guys are crazy, man.
Donald,
No,
cheers.
So what
brother.
what about you, B Bauer? What are you doing, man?
I'm going to my sister's house. We're doing family shit.
Okay.
Everything's made for the most part, which is dumb because as a whole family, my girlfriend and I are the best cooks, chefs, whatever you want to call it, and we're making the least amount of food. So
That
I
means
tried to pick through what they told me
no.
was being made.
So that means you're going to be spitting harder than a Parisian whore after a night with the American sailors.
Yeah, dude. So I was like, do we got deviled eggs? Because I was down about 50. They're like, no. So I went and picked up some Parmesan, and I'm going to do a Reuben Parmesan. I'm into Parmesan. Pastrami. I'm sorry, I'm drunk, dude. Pastrami.
No, it's honestly, like every time I go to a Thanksgiving meal here, and I was with family, like my aunt, she would undercook the vegetables, overcook the turkey, and one time, which is why I don't go back, because I just said, am I in fucking prison or what? Like, this tastes like I've been, sentenced to a death fucking meal. And I'm pretty sure it's better on death row in the fucking U.S.
We'll see, man. I'm going to do a pastrami take on a Reuben deviled egg.
Oh, no, that sounds okay. Like, but, man, most...
There was nothing left to cook. Everybody's like, I'm doing mashed potatoes. I'm doing this. And I'm like,
uh-oh.
Y'all didn't let me take anything?
Yeah, no, but then at the same time, you're
They gave
thinking,
me the deviled eggs. That was it, man.
yeah. And also, you're thinking, like lumpy mashed potatoes,
Yeah, exactly. There's
pasty
gonna be
gravy.
no
Yeah.
skins mashed potatoes.
Well, no skin mash is fine, but as long as they get the texture right, like it's got to be like, kind of,
I don't like riced out mash, dude. Like I just don't like riced out mash.
really
So what is
okay.
riced out mash, though?
Or it's passed through a fine sieve or through the food
Yeah.
mill.
Like
Yeah.
I don't like
Okay.
that. Like leave me some chunk, dude. Leave me some fucking.
Uh, you and I differ on that because I'm like, if I'm having mash, I just want my 3-star mash, like with butter and milk. Like I don't care.
No, dude. If we're doing like something sitting on top, sure. But mash as a side, dude. Give me my skins. Give me my fucking.
No, well, okay, skins, yeah, but the lumps, I'm like,
The right amount. You know what I mean? There's a right amount.
no, and if I'm
There is
using
a right amount.
skins, then I'm gonna, use a power mixer to whip it up while leaving the skin in there, so you get a bit of that. But like, honestly, I want my mash to kind of be like it was blown out of Daniel Bluth's mouth, just like.
Hey, good night, Mr. Mom. Appreciate you getting on, man. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Hey, guys, I'm going to end the stream here because I need to get some sleep before I take my kids there. And look at this, guys. Ooh, looking pretty good so far.
Yeah, it looks good. Yep.
What is it?
Carlos, night, man.
Pork shoulder. So I have it right now. It's at what? 136. So
Yeah.
probably in the next 3 hours, I'm gonna have to get it back up.
Okay, cool.
Should be what 150-ish, a little bit under 165 before I have to wrap it up.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be pretty good. So guys, I'm gonna end the stream here because I gotta get to bed as well. So I wish all of y'all a very happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for getting on, guys. Appreciate all of y'all. Happy Thanksgiving.
All right, cheers.
Cheers, Martin.
See you guys. Cheers, y'all.